Oh my hell. She out here in these good streets.
I'll grab a hat.
Hey y'all. Come through in the room. Yes. Hey Jess. Hey Tanya. Tanya. I'm all up in the screen. Yes. Come on. I said, where is and he? You got to be on. And he. Hi. Oh, there's your dad. Come on.
What up, girl?
Hi, Marie. Jesus is. And he.
You said I need to be on what?
I say, what you doing?
This Instagram.
There you
I was starting to go. What you on?
Yes, for the people. Oh, you better come on, Saints. Kelly said she miss you.
I miss you too, Princess. I'll see you this weekend. I'll take you out. McDonald's.
Tyler said sing. Don't sing.
No?
Yeah. I miss you too, Kayla. No? You there now? I don't need to move.
Man. Get your mind up.
We just waiting for the people. I thought we froze.
We've been working so hard.
Yes. I'm pushing hard today. Our title is, can we all just get along? You gonna start out?
Heck no.
Yes, you are.
We
Go.
can't get along. You know what I'm saying?
Go. Yes, we can, but you're gonna start out. My question.
Ooh, I have no water. Ooh, I'm so
you have some drink.
Ooh, I'm so thirsty. Oh my God.
Go ahead and get the people in. Go and talk to the people.
What are we talking about?
Can we all just get along? How do you decipher between, or how do you balance ministry and marriage?
Right. How do you balance ministry and marriage? Woo. Time. You have to be able to separate time. In my opinion, which I might be wrong, or it might be hard to do. In my opinion, one can't outdo the other. Because in my opinion, what I told you to correct me.
Oh, go ahead. No, you talking about your opinion.
One can't outdo the other, or the other one. See, now you don't make me just. Can you?
He nervous.
You correct me what I'm saying. I was saying one can't outdo the other, and when I say that, I mean when you start doing. When I say that one can't outdo the other, I'm talking about like if you put more on one, it's going either way it go, it's gonna be a problem. You see what I'm saying? Especially in the relationship part. Because you gotta, that woman, that man, he wants that time with his queen or king. They want that time. And I've saw a lot of marriages break up over church. And I don't think that's biblical. I don't think that's, right. So that's my take on it right now. I feel like one can't outdo the other. It got to be a balance between the two. You got to be able to balance and time it out perfectly, or as best as you can, to have a successful outcome.
Well, here we go. I better come in the room because I got something to say. How do you balance ministry and marriage? How do you? It's not always easy, but you have to do it. How do you balance ministry and marriage? So what my number one is, you got to know your position. Hear me. And when you know your position, you don't fight with other positions. So when you know who you are, you don't fight with everybody. He know his role and his position. Right. So with me, here we go. I can't fight him with singing because I can sing, but I don't sing like him. He been in the game a minute, right? So I can't come over here and tell him this is what you're supposed to be doing. This how you supposed to be doing it. This, and the third, right? I can't do that. And I ain't mad because he do it. My job as a leader, as a pastor, is to help him get through. The problem comes in when I begin to try to tell him how to do his job. No, I'm his helpmate. I ain't his controller. So if we working this thing together, he's going to ask for information. He's going to ask for insight. He's going to ask, hey, humbleness, Lily. He's going to ask, how do I get to the next place? Hey, help me with this. It's not my job to come in and snatch his whole life away. That ain't my job. My job is to build him, is to encourage him, is to help him. Now, here go the kicker. Sometimes in ministry, people don't know how to come out of ministry. Your marriage is your first ministry. So a lot of times you can't get along in ministry and in marriage because you take the church home. What you mean, girl? Thank you for asking me. Hey, Jesse, that means that I have to know how to separate it because I'm human. So I'm a wife and a prophet. They're two different things. So I have to know how to balance the wife, and I have to know how to balance the prophet. I have to know how to balance the pastor. I have to know how to balance. Hey, Trisha Pooh, I have to know how to balance it all. If I don't, he'll think that we just ain't human and we just floating and we can't figure this thing out. It'll be too much. And he'll leave me. Because he'll begin to say, wait, we ain't got no kind of balance. Like, we can't even have a whole conversation without me shabba-buying. That becomes an issue in the marriage. It becomes an issue. Because then he'll feel as if you too much for me. He'll feel like I can't ever tell you how I feel naturally. I can't ever, articulate where I am. If I ain't in the spirit, then I can't tell you where I am. He'll think that I live a perfect life and he lives a life that's beneath me. That's how it goes. Hey, Misha. So how do you balance? Come on, Tanya. What this thing is. Hey, Peace. So what it is. So what do you do? What do I mean? When we first met, he said, I fell in love with the woman. The prophet was my gift. So that means, he said, hey, little bro, me.
What up?
So that means he understands who I am in God. A lot of times you miss who the person is in God. So the very moment you begin to try to figure out all of the person, sometimes we hide because of our own insecurity. So we begin to hide. Hey, I can't ever say her name. Ruva. That's what we're going to say. Ruva. So a lot of times we never get to be who God really called us to be because we're trying to compete in something or we're trying to hide something of who we really are. So we begin to diminish ourselves. And a lot of people now, when you desire a marriage more than you desire God, you'll begin to desire the person and you'll forget about God. So the very next moment, hey, apostle, the very next moment that y'all have a disagreement, you won't know how to have a disagreement because you stay so caught in the spirit. You stay so caught up in the spirit that you don't even know how to have good sense in the natural.
Peacemaker, what up?
So what happens is we haven't learned in church because we desire the marriage more than we desire God. And we go into it with our whole issues, not trying to be who we want, who we are. We try to be who somebody wants us to be. So we never get to the next place in a marriage. Again, I said it last week. Marriage ain't hard. People are. Right. That's why we can't get along. Marriage ain't hard. People are. Marriage ain't even intended to be hard. You have two different families that are joining together. You have two different hearts that are joining together. So here it is. This is why you can't be unequally yoked. Because you'll end up being yoked with your undelivered self. And then you'll try to bring something who is delivered into a place. And you're trying to figure out, why is this like this? So marriage ain't hard. It's the people. You got people over here. If he believes in one God and you believe in another, and you saying, hey, we need to join together. How you going to join together when we can't even see the same thing? Hey, Collier, how you going to say, I'm going to follow you when you going this way and I'm going this way? We can't even see eye to eye. The only time we see eye to eye is when we intimate. That ain't no marriage. Teresa, that ain't no marriage. That's some occult that you done put together and you have joined yourself with a sexual organization. Hear me? Because it ain't no covenant. Because a covenant gonna understand, look, this thing we got to bring together. Even as friends, when you have friends and you're married, you have to be able to distinguish the two. You have to be able to say, you know what? Look, I love you. But at the same time, hey, my marriage is first. But I love you. But you also need a safe place. You also need a place where you can release. And if your friend can't build you back into the place, and if your spouse can't respect the relationship, then that becomes an issue. That becomes an issue. Why? Because you don't have the ability. You don't have the ability to regain strength. Let me clear it up. For y'all say, no, I'm on my wife, and let me help you. What I mean, a lot of times when people get married, here, this my husband. I have friends outside of my marriage, right? We develop friendships prior to my marriage. If they cannot hold me accountable to my yes to God and my yes to the marriage, they're not my friends. They're part of some type of organization, but it ain't the covenant that we talked about. Because you have to have a sound voice. Hey, Fee. Hey, Jana. You have to have a sound voice. If you don't have that sound voice, you can alter the right voice, and that's what causes you to cheat.
That's what we don't want.
That will cause you to dibble and dabble over into your own flesh. That will cause you to dibble and dabble into some undelivered places. That will cause you to dibble and dabble into some other stuff. Now, I want to help you with this. Let me help you with this. And let me help you with this. This right here. This is what I want you to look at. The two can't walk together unless they agree, right? So that means we have to agree on friendships. We have to agree on relationships. I have to consult him before I consult them. Okay? I have to consult him before I consult them. If I got to get my friend's opinion, then maybe I don't respect him enough. So where are we in our marriage? I respect my friendships more than I respect my covenant. That's a problem. Okay. That's going to be a problem. When I respect my friendships greater than my marriage. Now, here, You have some marriages that are envious of your friendships. So they'll begin to plant seeds. This is when you're dealing with a narcissism, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. They don't want you to have friends with nobody. They want to control the narrative. They want to know everything. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know if you're in the tub talking on the phone, what you're talking about. They got a recorder everywhere. When you leave the house, yes, they got cameras. They got everything monitoring your movement because they are in control. I don't want you to look at your relationship. And a lot of times when people cheat, it's because they're trying to hide from what they're doing. So they got to keep a tabs of what you're doing so that you don't catch them doing what they're doing. I'm just telling you how the game go. That's how the bad boy roll. But a covenant is sacred. When you enter into a covenant, it becomes sacred to what you agree. It's sacred. You are fearful of cheating. When you understand that this is my purpose. I didn't marry him because I ain't want nobody else. I ain't marry him because I ain't had nothing else to do. I ain't marry him because I was lonely. I ain't marry him because I just felt like I wanted to do whatever. I didn't marry him for that. I married him because he was connected to my purpose. This is my purpose. He's the reason I got to this place. He's the reason I built this moment. He's the reason. Why? Because God said, look, when you turn this age, I'm going to send your husband because you're going to be in a whole place. So when he finds you, he's going to find a whole woman. He ain't going to find no piece of woman because he ain't got time to try to build all that trash. So it's so amazing. So amazing. This is amazing. What happens is this. When a man, you're going to be incomplete until you find him. What you talking about? Why you say that? Why am I saying that? Simply because of this. Because you came from him. So when you came from him, that means that there is a part of me that is incomplete until I get together with what is a part of me. Right? Because we're going to be in sync. The two can't walk together unless they agree. So then when we get together, there is going to be such a dynamic shift in my personal life, my ministry life, my family life. It's going to be a whole complete change. So my job is to make sure that I'm whole. Not incomplete. Incomplete says that I still struggle with rejection. Incomplete says I still might trip on you if you don't come home at a certain time. My incompleteness might say, look, I still struggle with who I am. I still struggle with insecurities. I may be jealous on every third day. I may not like you on Wednesdays. That's when I'm incomplete. I still struggle when your phone rings. I still struggle when That's incomplete. But when I'm whole, it says, God, there is a desire that has come in me that I know I can't fulfill. That's when you're whole. God, I just stepped into a place that I don't know how to fulfill. I have friends, they can't fulfill it. God, you're the only one that can fulfill it. So all of a sudden, a man comes to approach you in your wholeness. Hear me? And then you're like, wait, this feel a little different here. Why does this feel different? It's because now purpose has become one. That's why it doesn't take a man 6, 12, 13 years for him to say that you're his wife. You know why? Because when he look at you, he's looking at himself. Because you came from him. So he's looking at the reflection of himself when he sees you. So marriage ain't hard. It's the people that's hard because people don't want to stop doing their stuff. So people are afraid of commitment. You mean to tell me I got to be committed to this all the time? I got to be committed to this. I got to be committed to that. I got to be like this. Absolutely. If that's what you say, I got to choose him before I choose them. What you want to say, Brad? What you got to say, Brad?
I just have a question. Like, is there a certain age you just stop cheating? Like, there should be a certain age you stop cheating. Like, or stop wanting to have more than one female, one. I'm like, they say around, your late 20s, early 30s. That's when, for the man, that's when the man start like, okay, time for me to start settle down. You know what I'm saying? You're already in your career, but it's time for me to start settling down, get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Let's
So what you say? What age do you say? The
I said-
light bulb come on for a man and him to say, boom.
I say around 30. Like around 30, and
It should.
I feel like it should around 30, 35. I mean, I feel like you should be like trying to find your soulmate or trying to find a good, get yourself in position to be ready for a good relationship. That's what I say.
That's what you say.
That's just my
about
opinion.
30.
Because like a woman, some women around 40.
Rara say 50.
Some women,
for a man.
Some women around 40 don't want to be having children, or there's a certain age that they want to stop having children.
But what if she don't want kids? Like, so I'm just, I'm just asking for you.
Well,
I'm asking for the people.
Well, let's just say between us, we married,
right?
So we doing stuff that we can get a man, we can get a baby. Now we joke about
I'm pure.
Yeah.
I'm holy.
All right. Okay. So
he said for a man 50. And I agree with him. Let me tell you why I agree with him. Let me tell you why. Yep, not for every man, but majority of the now men. Hear me? Because society has said that the 40 is the new 30. Okay? So what happens is when they get 40, they still out here twerking and want to be with everybody. They can be 25 and mature. Come on, I'm finna walk down that road. Come on here, peace. I'm finna walk down the road here. So you have people. Go ahead, something you can say.
Well, I mean, okay. So I got married at 21.
Uh-huh.
I was still feeling myself. I was still a knucklehead, But I got married, and there were some things that I still had to work on. But as I was going into that, I mean, cheating wasn't an option. Like, I mean,
I'm sorry, Rara.
I like the attention, but it wasn't really, an option. But I'm like, 50 is just too old. I'm about to be 50. I'm like, I don't even think about, around 40, 35, I wasn't thinking about.
Well, so we on two different avenues. Let me say it. Let me say that then. So because we on two different avenues, Ross, let me tell you, I'm sorry, Ross. Ross, charge it to my head, not my heart. But look, so I'm gonna say something isn't mature. You're right. Let me tell you this. So my first marriage, I got married at how old I was?
40?
No. I got married.
Oh, I
think 20, 21, but I went through twerking in these good streets. Hear me now. I was still doing me.
So we got married at the same time.
Right, 21. But from the development of life, it is statistically proven, psychologically proven as well that women mature faster than women, right? That's known facts, like psychologically. Okay, that's just way, Hey, I believe it started in the garden, but they ain't gonna get down. We'll talk about that another day. So, from that place, as a young man at 16, he's not as mature as a girl at 16 because. When I grew up, it was a girl. Hold on. When I grew up, it was a girl that was 12 years old that had a baby. Hear me? And I was 17. She was 12, and she got pregnant. So guess what happened? It made her mature faster because she got a baby. Now guess what he did? He went on by his business and ta-ta somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
That's normally what happens when you have no training, no responsibility.
Come on with me, boy. You're walking down the road with me now.
But if we had parents like I have my parents at 12 years old, that would have happened to me, they would have instantly shown me responsibility. It would have been on me walking away.
Absolutely. But then you got those that still, like we're gonna talk about now. You can be 40 with a 12-year-old And if her mama had her at 12, her mama had her at 12, then it's a cycle. So they're going to think that that's right. So you got to look at behavior issues too. Because just because you have a baby, that don't make you grown.
No, that baby be mine.
And that don't make you mature either.
I'll be taking the baby anyway.
That don't make you mature. What makes you mature is that I can still survive and I can make sound and wise decisions. Because you got some 40-year-olds that have kids that shouldn't have kids. You got 30-year-olds that have kids that shouldn't have kids. So, I mean, hey, a dog can have a baby that don't make her no mother, because she gonna go out there and have a whole nother set. So just because they do it, that don't mean. So I believe.
And all of them are still playing the field.
Absolutely.
So there's really no age.
It is an age. When you get to a place where you're able to make sound and wise decisions, mature decisions, saying, I don't need to be laying down with these people. Now, let me tell you this. If he beating you upside your head and get you pregnant, that ain't no sound decision. I don't care because he paying no bill. That ain't no wise decision. That's as foolish as you gonna get it. Hear me now. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. That's just as foolish. So here it is that a lot of men still, mature men, they stay single even at 45, 50, 55, 60. By the time they get to 65, then they talking about being with somebody. You got a lot of men that do this, right?
Oh, okay.
And the reason they do this is because
I can agree with that.
Man, at 50, physical change begin and happen, so they ain't got no choice. You know, I mean, it's like some boom. But then they go on down the road, right? My point. And when they get to 60, then they get to talking about I want a relationship. Why? Because they see something in their life that has a light bulb that clicked on. And they see, I no longer want to live like this alone. I want somebody else, right? Because a lot of men wait so long because these women be capping at him. You hear me? They be straight capping. They got a list longest from here to China to Egypt to Israel, and these men don't feel like they want to keep on dealing with that.
Now you about to start some stuff.
So you got the long list, and they talking about they want a man to do this. So now you got the man telling me, I ain't trying to deal with all that. That's too much baggage.
But with their list, and you bringing the list to us, and we're like, okay, well, I don't want to do that or whatever. Then it comes out we're not real men. We don't want to step up, or we don't want to, you're supposed to take care of your queen. You don't supposed to, you know what I'm saying? That's where all that comes from. So what, I mean,
So what you ask me? So
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not gonna say all, but most women like that come with a list. They want men to take care of them.
Consider him
pay all their bills, or they gotta have this certain amount of carat rings if you propose.
But you know why? You know why I believe they got their long list. I believe they got their long list. I'm just talking about women. Okay. I believe women got this long list because of their own insecurities. And they're trying to find somebody to fulfill their insecurities. So they can't even feel it. Come on. Rod say I was 18 with my own place car. Come on. You walk with me, Rod. Rod, come on over here and sit right here with me. Let me tell you. I was 19 and had my own. So I felt like I had got to a point where I'm like, look, I'm good by myself. I mean, I'm good. But I got to a point where I became arrogant in it. And let me tell you why. I can tell on me. The reason I became arrogant in it was because men had started breaking me. They wanted to lay down. It was a one time, one and done. Boom. And that was it. So from there, I built my list. Oh, he's going to have to be able to do this. He's going to have to make this. He's going to have to make this. Now, to mind you, my background in nursing, so I was nursing for 19 years. So I felt like I ain't what I need a man for. But I stopped saying that when I got in my 30s, me, because I had matured. So here it is. It said, me, I felt that cheating was too much work. Look, when I got grown, when I got older,
that's stupid.
cheating was a lot.
Yes, it is.
It became a lot.
It don't, and for men, it's stupid because I'm like, if you cheat on 3 girls, you got 3 women that's 3 different personalities. You got one that's bougie. You got one that I just want you to just be, just spend some time with me. Then you got one that's ratchet. Each one of them want certain. You're doing like a 48-hour job.
You are. It's too much work.
And that's stupid. Then you talking about you want to be a baller. You want to be this. You're spending more money. And then don't forget you got the wifey at home. And the kids at home, and then you got 3 different girls or 2 different girls you cheat on. I'm like, that's why I said it got to be a certain mindset or age where you got it. And I'm like 50. I'm like, again, I'm 50. I'm about to be 50 in a couple of weeks. I'm like, dude, I'll be going crazy.
Yes, I don't have enough to go around to be sharing about it, and then I'm selfish. Like I just another one polygamy. Another woman, it ain't biblical. It's something that they made up, and they feel like they did back in those days because Hannah and Peninnah, they was together with one man, but that ain't like right now. That ain't right. It ain't right. One man, one woman.
Patrice, the big 50.
That's it.
2 weeks.
So here it is that people are trying to see. You might as well everybody just cheat. Just come on, hey, you get 4, you get 2. So I'm just too old, 1, to be trying to keep up with too many men. I don't have that time. 2, I'm not a machine, so I don't operate like that. I'm sorry you don't put a quarter or you don't pay no bill and think you're going to get something in return. I'm sorry. I'm too old for the foolishness. Then the next thing is I'm just too busy for life. I just don't have time.
There's not enough time in the day, though.
It's not.
Because the time just be going.
I do too much for him, and I'm tired right now.
When you do something for me, why you got to just do too much for yourself? Why you always say you do stuff for me? You always got to bring me.
I do. Am I lying? Stop me when I lie.
I do stuff for you too.
Am I lying, boy?
Do I do stuff for you too?
You do. I ain't saying. Well, we talking about. I made the statement.
Yes.
So, hey, walk with me. Walk with me now. Walk with me now.
Good night, y'all. I'm not gonna finish. I'm just tired of this church. It's a mess, boy. Out of order.
I'm just saying, I know. Baby, bless their heart, because they got that meaning. And they feel, she said, look, I know someone who juggles 7 to 8 women. And baby, let me tell you.
I got on the wrong glasses.
See my brother. Robert said you have to do him like that. Out, my bad.
Too late.
Take it back out there, boy. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket, here. Put it in your pocket.
But you know what?
Take it out. Put it up.
But you know what?
Hold it back on. Put it up. Take it back on. Put it up.
And I have a couple in here. I know Peacemaker, musician. He knows musicians. I don't know why but I can only speak for musicians. We have been known to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Drummers, I hate to say, dang.
But that's what I said to him when I first met him. Did I say that to him?
Drummers are known to be the biggest cheaters. But I'm like, for the ones that don't or not a part of that, we can't get a break at all because we already in that category.
Good supper with the bad. Because that was my first question. He was like, I ain't like that. I said, I don't care, boy, all of them sleep around. That ain't what I called him something else. But I was like, look, I ain't with all that. I ain't with that. Because they be want to be with everybody because they feel like, oh, I can play. And don't let them play and sing. Yeah, them dogs nasty. She said, no, it's those choir directors. Not the choir director.
Well, it depends on what's choir director.
Woo, not the choir director.
That's a whole different story.
What is they doing? Yeah, sure. Some musicians be listen. They be all like him, twerking on. You hear me? What is- I'm just saying, it be hard out here. All I'm saying is, that's what I told you. Can we all just get along? I ain't in to compete with him.
I'm getting on everybody.
I'm just here to be me. And I like to have fun. Sometimes he be having too much fun. We had a disagreement the other day. I asked him a question and don't look like that, boy.
When you say too much fun, you making the people think I'm out here just doing some wrong stuff. You need to be specific.
What you be doing?
They going by what you saying. You just said I'll be having too much fun.
I mean,
what is too much fun?
You be drunk on Fridays.
No, that's on Sunday before I go to church.
I'm just playing. Right. Now repent. I repent, Lord.
No, I'm not gonna repent.
You don't lie, Puncho.
I'm just saying.
That ain't what that is. Puncho, stop. This is sweet tea, y'all. He lying. Puncho, stop lying. He don't even.
No, I'm just kidding.
Y'all didn't lie. You don't try.
It's a crown apple. I'm just kidding.
Stop. Y'all, he going through deliverance tonight. I'm gonna get this devil out of him. It's coming out tonight. All the what you say? Oh yeah, lying these people. So what else? Move my leg. So it is, can we all just get along? Why am I saying it? It's because we have too much separation. Folks submit to the church faster than they submit to their relationship.
Right.
That's backwards. Right. You should not be submitting to your leader more than Trees. You can't submit to your leader more than you submit to your mate. That is backwards. You hear me? That is backwards. Kenosha, you cannot go to the church. If your spouse, as much as you say, I love the Lord, I love the Lord, let me tell you, your marriage is your first ministry. This is why you got to know who you marry. Because if you marry somebody that don't acknowledge your relationship with God and they tell you, I don't want you to go to church. Look, y'all might not like that, but they don't want you to go to church. Guess what? You got to honor your marriage. I don't care. You better get in that room and you better pray in that room. Why? Because that's who God don't even go against his word. He don't. So it's a covenant. So he's a covenant keeping God. You the one made that decision. You the one told the people that the Lord say, this my boo here. I marry him. He part of me. And this and that and that.
Unless you are married, not unless you're marrying specifically what you have prayed and asked God for.
What you talking about?
I mean, we don't have that. We wouldn't have that problem with church. I would never dare tell you to be like, okay, you need to cancel church.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's different.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Certain couples, certain people wouldn't, if you pray for specifically pray that I want a husband or wife like this, like that. I don't think that will ever come up. It will automatically be a balance. I think God will automatically make sure that that's a balance. That's something that would not have to help. Now,
no. Help me. Let me help you then.
Now I'm saying,
okay.
For me, I would have to tell her, like, you need to chill out. You're working. I would have to make her calm down from working so much. Like, you don't have to study tonight. You've been studying all week. You don't have to teach class tonight. You've been teaching class all week. That's why you got people in place so you don't have to, because you're tired. They don't know that you're tired, but if you don't tell them that you're tired, I need for you to feel that for me.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when people, for instance, let's say you stuck with, when we first met, you said, you the first person I've dated. Let's say because I'm the first person you dated that was in ministry like this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else were musicians or singers,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So if I say, now you over here doing this. Now let's say you played music, went back to the secular like you were doing, right?
Yes.
And you love the Lord. You ran up on me. I was, 26, 36, 26, I was that woman. I was fire.
Right.
Right? And you saw me somewhere at a secular concert, but I didn't tell you I love God the way I do. Right?
Right.
But you knew I love him.
Right.
We end up getting married.
Right.
Follow me with the story.
I'm following.
Okay. So we end up getting married.
Uh-huh.
And when we end up getting married,
Mm-hmm.
you realize I like to go to church more than you like to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now it becomes a problem in our marriage that I like to go and you don't. So you say, look, I ain't going to church. And you keep telling me, no, I ain't going. But I'm telling you, I can't separate myself from God. That's what I mean. You got people like that.
Okay.
So that's why it's important to marry a yokely person.
Okay.
But I want to elaborate on that.
I'm finna go in on you.
You finna what?
I'm finna go in on you.
He said that's definitely Kelly Price drama. But so right here with trees. I'm gonna say this. She said, hold on. She said, sometimes as women, we know they don't have a relationship with God on the level that we have or go to church like we do. But we think because we love them and marry them, baby, Tamika, come over here and sit with me. Yes. And that's what happened twofold. We do that with expectation of, I'm going to love him into his rightful place.
Love you, Alan.
But he never gets to the place that you saw him or that you desire him. So now you get to talking about, he ain't the one. He is the one that you wanted. He the one you chose because he didn't choose you. He chose your booty and not your beauty. Hear me? I'm just saying. But I want to elaborate on trees. Let me say this. I can only speak from a married trees. That's why my issue with that was my issue with dating. So let me say this.
Oh, issue with dating a musician? Or issue with dating, period?
Dating. My question with dating. Because should we really date?
Oh man, y'all finna. Oh man.
Should we really date?
Do we supposed to date?
Do we?
No, I'm just.
You asking?
No, please don't. I mean, I know you finna tell me.
I'm finna walk down the road with it. I'm gonna walk down the road. So my question is, should we really date? The reason we date is because one, we're human, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And marriage has nothing to do with it's a covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to know each other. That's what dating. She said absolutely. Now when I talk, I'm gonna just tell you, let me give you the rundown on it. So if this is your first, second, third, 19th time, hear me. I'm gonna just tell you from my perspective on what I teach, what I say, what I do. It has always come from Bible base. Okay, that's it. I let you know when it ain't the Bible. I let you know when it's my understanding from my therapy part of it. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. I ain't gonna leave y'all here in the woods, but I'm gonna help you.
And get ready.
So look, dating, that's man-made, right? Dating was developed from man because that's the human side, right? Now, if courtship, you said courtship, okay? Courtship is the human side, okay? That's human. Marriage is hard because you have two humans that are incomplete coming together to try to make 50%. Okay? Mm-hmm. When you come together as 100, those are two wholes coming together to make one. Okay? You have to, now, you're going to deal with some stuff on the surface, right? Even deep down, you're going to deal with some stuff. He said, the Bible says, when a man finds a woman. So the man is out looking for himself. He's looking for the femininity of himself. I'm just giving you the walk down of the Bible, okay? Okay. I'm going to come back to you, Tangela. So, with that being said, if he is looking for me, Adam did not have time to discover who Eve was. He had time to go figure out if Eve was an evil person, if she was good, if she was ugly, if she had 2 eyelashes, if she had 1 leg. Adam didn't have time, because when God poured Eve out of Adam, she was a woman. She was his wife. Okay? So, marriage is only hard when you're looking for your undelivered places. So, is dating important? It's important according to what mirror you're looking at. I'm just saying. If you feel like I can't date nobody, I can't marry nobody until I date them, that's fine. Do you? But I'm telling you, a man knows his wife. When a man is in tune in the spirit realm, God's spirit, not all the other spirits, not from the crystal place, from the place. I ain't talking about nobody telling you. I'm talking about you knowing, okay? I'm talking about you knowing. When you know that you have prepared, you've created, you prayed, you did everything that it takes, you have, as a man, that means I am in position for my wife. When I see her, I'm going to know her. That means when he sees her, he's going to see God in her. Is dating important? Again, according to what lens you're looking from. If that's what you feel, then you do you. I'm just telling you, the reason we date so long is, one, we don't trust our heart with God. So we don't trust that God has the woman that was created for us, or even the man. So we'll shut down the good men because all the other men done broke our heart. So we don't know a good man because we don't trust God with our heart. We trusted man with our heart. So now we become entwined with all these men. And that's why when the right man come along, you begin to say, oh, you ain't it, baby. No, I don't like the way you blink your left eye. I don't like the way you wink. I don't like men who drive Honda cars. I don't like men who drive this. I don't like men who don't make $100,000 a year. I don't like men to do. Why you don't like him? It's because you trusted man with your heart and you didn't trust God. When a man finds a wife, he finds the presence of God. That's what he's looking for. That's why the Bible said that a man would rather live on the rooftop of a house than to come home to a nagging woman. So he's looking for his peace. He ain't looking for his nightmare. He had to put Adam to sleep. So he's looking for that. They don't. Come on. They don't look. So it is us that have developed all these relationships. And then when the right one come along, we need 12,000 confirmations from every prophet that's on the west wing or whatever street you on. Then we got to go on Facebook and wait for somebody to mysteriously prophesy us into our relationship. And let me help y'all out here. Let me help y'all, because I just told somebody this. Bill, let me tell you this. There is nowhere where it says that wives, you're supposed to be praying that your husband find you. That ain't even Bible. There's something that somebody done made up. And then you over here talking about, oh, I'm just praying through faith. You ain't even prepared. If you praying through faith, baby, you'll be over here getting yourself together. If you want to see what a true wife is, it's a virtuous woman. That's what it says. A wise woman, it's a wise woman, that means she understands destiny. She understands her purpose. She gonna be praying, and her prayers gonna summons him. Not she praying, Lord, send me a husband. Lord, make sure my husband 6 feet and 2 inches. Make sure my husband 230 pounds. Make sure he got a 6-pack. Lord, make sure he can pray. Make sure he's submitted. You ain't submitted. You outside of the will. There is nowhere where it says that a wife should be praying that her husband finds her. That ain't even your job. Your job should be so submitted to God. It should be so submitted to God that he runs into God. He runs into him. It didn't say when you pay the prophet and the prophet prophesied and you going to get it. Oh, that's an act of faith. It ain't. It's a curse, and it's something with you that you just came in covenant with. So y'all don't pay these folk. Oh, I'm going to put a seed on this word. My husband finna find me. No, you just put a seed on a curse. Because your husband didn't come because of a covenant. Your husband came because you of witchcraft. You put a seed to a prophet that ain't even scripture. So you don't threw your little money away. Go ahead and charge it to the gang. You just pay whatever they need to pay. You just sitting it to these lying prophets. That's what you did. That ain't God. That's when, how you gonna pay a prophet? Let me answer this. How you gonna sow a seed and your wife or your husband show up, right? They're like a slot machine. Ding! You ready? You ain't through cheating. You still in love with your ex-husband, but and then you really want a man because you tired of being lonely. But I want you to go look up virtuous and tell me what it is. You hear me? And right, and the prophet ain't even married. But yet he prophesied you into your marriage. He don't even desire your marriage. He desired to take your money. Simon Peter, I pray for you that he don't sift you as wheat. And you been sifted out here in these good false prophet streets. So y'all done sold y'all little coins over here to these prophets. Tell me, that's prostitution. Y'all in here paying homemongers. I'm just saying, you just done paid for it. And then you get whatever you're going to get because it's a slot machine. Oh, it's an act of your obedience. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Devil a lie, his mama and his cousin a lie. That is not biblical. Boaz didn't pay nobody. When he saw Ruth, he saw himself. And y'all quit praying, quit talking about, I'm waiting on my Boaz. You ain't waiting on Boaz. That was Ruth husband. You got your own. Go ask the Lord to show you, not show you your husband. When you desire, hear me, if you are a woman and you desire to be married, get in God's presence. He'll find you. I'm just telling you, when you get in his presence, he said, delight thy ways in the Lord. Then I will give you the desires of your heart. Because when you don't know what to want, this is why you ain't got it. Why? Because here it is. You've been choosing what you want. So this how you know you ain't delighted yourself. When you delight yourself, he'll give you what to want. So all of a sudden you'll be like, wait, why am I wanting a husband all of a sudden? What's going on? I ain't felt like this in about 12 years. What's going on? It's because you began to delight. So in your delighting, it was a husband that came along. So you'll begin, not praying that he finds you, you'll begin to say, okay, God, show me how to prepare myself for this. Show me what I need to be doing. Show me how I need to prepare me. Show me what this looks like. God, show me what you want me to do. Show me how to be the wife. Hear me? Because you asking God, I ain't talking about the wife your mama was. I ain't talking about the wife your grandma was. Because a lot of us are jacked up because we looked at the wives that our grandma and our great aunts and great cousins. You know why? Because they dealt with cheating. I ain't even dealing with no cheating. Your uncle is really your daddy. And we talking about, oh, my mama was submissive. No, mama was a fool. You think of it? No, mama, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I love you, mama. We can't show these good streets down there. I need to be able to see a 2-parent home that was built based off of godly principles, not off of mama cheating, daddy cheating, my uncle, my daddy, my first cousin is my brother. See, I ain't got time for that. And that's what we built our marriages off of. And that's why women tolerate cheating and insecure and infidelity, and you stay. Now here, now I ain't telling nobody to divorce they boo, babe, whoever you want to call them. Call on, do that. That's your business. And you do what you want to do because that's your business. But on this side of the street, I have a fear of the Lord. And then my best friend, so I can't cheat because we talk all the time. So at the end of the day, I don't want to call him and be like, get who I talk to. I be forgetting who I talking to. So it don't, we have a mutual respect. So we get along. Can we all just get along? Can we all? I'm just asking for the people in the back there. Ever people in the back. Ask the people in the back of your heart, can we just get along? That's it. That's all. That's it. What you got?
You just, I didn't know like this.
He always come out and he could say.
I mean, because she done broke it down to the point. I mean, she made it new to me.
Did he?
I mean, but I was like, who dating? Who dating anymore? Because we just like, I'm just normally guys are like, I just want to get to know you.
And then when they date,
but they don't say the date. We don't say date.
What you say? I just get somebody out there getting to know.
I just like want to get to know you.
Hey, brother. So that what you was out here telling people. Oh, they're my lady.
They're my partner.
No, you didn't. What you telling people? I don't forgot what you told me.
I mean, after now I said this is my girlfriend after I've made it plain that we are.
When now answer that question.
When was we girlfriend, boyfriend?
They were talking about tree. So we just talking.
I don't even remember.
That's what I should have did when he said we just talking. Yeah. I should have kept it at I should have kept it at. Really. I should have said,
but really that's what it is. He just said
I just talked on the phone.
But really that's what it was. We were just talking.
We got two different understandings.
We were just talking, but we were committed.
No, we got two different understandings of we talking. Now we talking to him. What's up, Ray? What?
That's now.
No,
if people don't know you, they be thinking we just were buddies. The way you act, and that's how we act. We act like we
no, Brad. Look, we were just talking in the beginning, but you with me sitting in my chair.
Really?
You want me? I'm just playing. You be sitting right here. You be sitting.
Okay. All right.
You good.
Yeah, I know.
You good. That's why you sitting in my chair.
I know.
Cause you ain't my friend.
You're my best friend. Right.
Look, he said, Joe said, get on my brother.
Oh, but no, she broke it down. So when I first heard her say that, what she just told y'all, she breaks it down so well. Like I had learned something new. Like the whole dating thing or whatever, the whole mixing with the spiritual thing is like, because all my years is I've been hearing about Boaz. That's the first time I ever heard the way she explained it. And I was like, man, all the time I've been like, so I'm happy that I have someone that can like make me, get it, understand it. That's why I'm like, I be getting taught just like y'all be getting taught.
Or you don't.
Yeah.
Either we together or we ain't.
I be getting taught just like y'all taught. It's like, Ty, that's my dog. It's just, but I love where I'm at because it's like I'm learning so much that I'm able to help other men in all areas now. Now I'm not saying I ain't saying I'm finna go and start taking my own lab classes, be no pastor, no nothing. Not saying that.
I'm gonna ordain him that week.
Not saying that.
He's gonna be a pastor that week.
And I'm gonna renege everything she says.
Renege.
Because yeah. But I've had since I've been with my wife, I've had more men to come to me and ask for my advice. and I know exactly what to say. Some of it, what I've been through, some of it is what I'm being taught and what I'm hearing. So and I'm still learning. I'm still learning a whole lot, you know, with this. This just, last week we was talking about men being broken. Me and um me and my friend the other day we was talking about guys just being broken. And there's a lot of guys that's out here broken, confused. They want to get back in the game. And when I say get back in the game, they want to get back in the game of trying to date, trying to, again, that dating word, trying to get to know a young lady, so they can be, because nobody want to be alone. But she said something the other day. Some people are not even equipped or not going to be, I think you said it's supposed to be married.
No, that's Bible. Everybody ain't gonna be married.
And see, I didn't know. I mean, that was something that was new to me to hear, because me, I don't want to be alone. Like, I want to be alone when I'm talking to God, when I'm thinking about another idea or thinking about another this or that. But to actually be alone, I'm not. That's not my goal to do. So when we have our, and see, we y'all wouldn't believe the things that if we tape or record some of the things that we talk about, y'all be like, wow, this is something y'all should talk about. But that's for us to get clarity on things that we just want to know, that in the future, how we going to react to it if it happens to us, or we may be able to help someone else. Now, fellas, if you are, I think she had said something about, you know, y'all being in ministry together or whatever. Okay. Being in ministry together with your mate or whatever and all that stuff. Me,
Tell them about how you act.
when it comes to Kayla's, I think the only day she has off is Friday and Saturday. When we talk about ministry, she's teaching Monday. She's teaching class Monday. She's doing another, I think, teaching on Tuesday. Then she has, and now, and in between all of that, she has individual counseling, deliverance, with different people. Then we just added this on Wednesdays, and then at midnight she prays at midnight. Then she teaches another class on Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if she's not on the road, she's free. So she's tired, and she go work 9 to 5, and she's tired. So sometimes she come home. She be
So
like,
say on Tuesday, what I missed?
and she be like, what you want? I'm like, and see me, my mom has made me so, so independent. Like, again, there's some things I can cook, some things I don't. If I don't want to cook, I'll be like, let's just go pick up something. I'm like, what you want? Babe, you tired. Just chill out. I mean, I'll find something to snack on later on. Just come home and chill. But this one, you can't. She won't.
What I do?
She won't do it. Like, if you tell her, she won't do it. She's just like my mom, Sister Stewart. You tell her to sit down, she won't sit down. She will not sit down. And that's why I was like, I never could get the and my apostle broke it down Sunday about the catering, about the helpmate. She breaks it down about the helpmate, like, whatever. I never require that. Like, I never, like, I don't need, if you don't have to do nothing for me, my hands ain't broke. I'm good. But that's her. So when it comes to ministry, I'll be like,
I appreciate you sharing with us.
yeah, I'll be like, I'll be like, Kayla, like you need to tell them that you can't do it tonight. You're about to fall on your face. But sometimes she do. Sometimes y'all be looking at her in the camera, but she be dead tired. But it's not your fault.
Don't be telling my business.
It's not your fault. That's just her. That's how much this woman here, I'm telling you, and I'm not just trying to put her up there. She really loves God that much. She just really she give God every last bit of energy she has. That's her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm totally grateful. That's why I said I fell in love with the person because the person is the first thing that I fell in love with. But the bonus, just the fact that you wake up and then I wake up sometimes just praying over her. But just the fact that she wakes up, she told me the other day she was praying on me. I was asleep. I ain't hear nothing. But she was just praying over me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to start up no stuff, but my last two, I never had that for my last two. But that's never, we ain't gonna talk about that. But I'm just saying. I mean, so fellas, when you know that person or that woman or that man is the one, don't play with it. Don't sugarcoat it. Because if you do that, next person gonna come and get it. And it's over.
You see it.
You're gonna miss out. So if you don't stop.
Cause when you know, right?
You know. You just know.
You know.
So
You just know. You just know. Look, before we go.
No.
Thank y'all for.
We still got another hour.
No, we don't. We got another hour. So before we go, look, I want to help you here. I want to tell you this. We have a couples retreat that we're doing together. I have 3 slots left. I have a total of 13, but I have 3 slots left. I want to invite you. I want to invite you.
I think we should just do 20 people.
He said 20. So if we do 20, then we have 6 slots. 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Well, I mean, I got 3 left. I want to keep it there.
I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be fun.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. If I can, I'll let y'all know if I'm able to if I'm able to sponsor another couple. But as of right now, I've already sponsored one. But I'm so excited. If you're engaged, look, you married. It ain't even about if you're going through something. It's about you coming to hear other people's stories to gain more insight, gain more wisdom, all this stuff, right? Yes. So we're doing good, Jamel. So we're excited about it. It's $700, and that's for both of you. Hear me? You ain't gonna beat that with a stick. Hear me? I'm talking about a stick that came off an oak tree. And you know them sticks ain't easy. So
and tell them what they get.
What they get?
Tell them what they get with this.
So that's sure. It's 3 days, 2 nights. So we have a private chef. We got games. It's gonna be intimate. You're gonna rekindle your life with your boo, your bae, whoever.
3 meals a day.
3 meals a day. You're gonna have your breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're gonna have it. We got some games. We're gonna do battle of the sexes, so the men against the women, and then we're gonna do couple battle with the couples. What couple is best? It's gonna be a lot. So it's about just coming together. We created a space for couples, for marriages, for people who want to grow and just network with other couples to see what they're doing to help this place. Because you never know. You can be married for 50 years and don't realize that, I can really gain some wisdom from this. I can really do this right here. So I'm excited about it. It's my first marriage retreat that we're doing. And also, look, if you are a worshiper, I miss you too.
Y'all, it's going to be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Okay. If you've never been to Gatlinburg, I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
So
It's really beautiful.
there you have it from the mister.
It's really beautiful.
Y'all vote for him. Vote for him. Vote for him. I'm just playing. He ain't doing that. You ain't gotta vote for him. He ain't doing that.
Well, I ain't even on the ballot.
Right. He ain't even on the ballot. But yeah, look, if you're interested, if you need payment plans, we have those. You need $245 all the way up. I'm also willing to take you if you want to wait until the first week of September. If you want to come then, that's perfect. If you want to pay then, pay then. But we don't give out the information until closer to the time of the retreat. So there you have it. So if you pay and you say, I didn't get my information, you won't get it until closer to the time of the retreat, because I don't want you to call me closer to the time and say, hey, I ain't get my information. Can you resend it? Can you No, I'm going to wait until it's closer to the date. So you'll have that information on hand. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. And then also we're partnering together. If you're in the Atlanta area, even if you want to fly to Atlanta, we're doing a worship workshop, a music workshop. You don't have to be a musician. You can just love God and want to understand music. You want to understand, what is it about choirs? What is it about praise and worship? What is it about any of this, right? Look, come and join us then. Come and join us. Hey, Kamisha, I ain't seen us so long. So come and join us. July 21st and 22nd, we're going to serve lunch. Tickets are $40. And that's going to cover your lunch as well. And we got a little door prizes with that too. So look, we're doing a whole lot. I'm just excited about what God is doing and what he wants to do in your life and in the life of the people. So look, if there's anything we can do, that we can say, that we have said or done, y'all, if we can help y'all in any kind of way, let us know. And we just here. We just here for the people.
There will be a lot of, there will be singing. There will be some artists there. Yours truly I will be sharing.
Yeah.
And I will be sharing music-wise at the concert. I mean, I think on both nights too, doing the workshop too. So,
thank you, Tim.
I got some treats, got some things up my sleeves. I'm trying to make it as good as possible. I think, well, I don't want to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have a wonderful photographers there, and I mean, if you want to get his information, stuff like that, his name is Jeffrey Rowe. He will be there. I'm gonna have a lot of vendors. We didn't talk about vendors that much, but we are looking for vendors. But you have to go to the website and just inbox us for more information.
Yeah, vendors is $100 if you want to vend. If you have something you want to vend.
And I think it's only going to be one night.
Yeah, one night. That's Saturday.
It's going to be Saturday night. One night. Saturday night.
Saturday.
I'm sorry. Saturday.
10 to 2. I'm just a secretary.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm the secretary, so I just got all the information.
Yeah, we assist each other. Yeah.
Yeah, cause he my armor bearer.
Yeah.
He my second armor bearer
with a pistol. Yeah. So. Yeah.
All right. See y'all later. Y'all have an awesome night.